Hi everybody, my name is Jerry Yasser and I'm a SharePoint Server MVP. In this session we'll look at the different kind of sites available in SharePoint 2010. First of all, if I give you the background of how SharePoint sites work, is they are based on a template which is in the development world called site definition. So Microsoft in SharePoint as a whole have many site templates. The most common site templates that we use is something called team site or blank site. So how these works? Basically, a site template or a site definition is an XML file which defines what a site will contain once it's created. So the question is, what does a site contains and how a site is actually built up? A site is actually built up of using features. Everything in SharePoint is a feature. So what happens when you create a site? Microsoft in this site definition file we specify different features that this site will have, and while you are creating a site, these features get activated on different levels. If you are creating a root site or a site collection, it's created all the features on the site collection level, but because each site collection also have a root site, so it's also executing some features at this current site level. So everything, just to make sure that you understand that almost everything is in SharePoint is built as feature. So there are different types of templates. There are some templates part of SharePoint Foundation 2010, and there are some features which are part of SharePoint Server. So instead of just talking about it, let's go and take a look at the different site templates of different types of sites available in SharePoint. So let's go to application management first and go to create site collection page in the central administration, and if I scroll down you will find out certain level in the template selection. So you can see here that first of all, if you install SharePoint as multilingual, you will find out that you can choose your language as well, and your language in the bottom will change automatically. And then you can see here I'm watching different tabs. First tab is a collaboration tab. Everything that you can see here on the home page is showing you different site templates which are mostly belong to SharePoint Foundation. But now because SharePoint have other features like Visio and Microsoft Project, which is part of Project Server, you can now have different kind of sites available here. So now you can see that there is something called team site, which is basically a site used by project teams to share information with each other. It has some out of the box lists like shared documents, discussions, events, announcements, etc. So it's a very nice starter site where you can simply go and start working without requiring any configuration from your site. The next site is a blank site. Blank site has it's just a blank site with nothing, no lists there, no page there. You can go ahead and start customizing it from the way you want. Document workspace is a workspace that you create from a document. So in future we might look into this. Blog is a special site which you can create for creating blogs. Group work site, Microsoft project sites, and Visio repository, we will look into these site templates later in more details. But generally you can see here in the meeting workspaces, the meeting, you can use SharePoint for creating your meetings. What happens that when you have a meeting in your company, somebody is taking notes and decisions on paper. So what you can do in using SharePoint, you can set up a meeting from Outlook. You can create a workspace from there and simply add invite people. They will get permission to a site and they will get a link to this meeting in their email that they will receive as an invitation. So then what will happen in the meeting, they can record their decisions, they can record their notes and everything. They can upload files while the meeting is going on. So there are multiple kinds of meetings available. You can use them wherever you need. But from there on, the enterprise tab is basically a tab which only contains templates which are available with SharePoint Server 2010 only. So you can find that it contains Document Center, Record Center, PowerPoint Broadcast Site, Business Intelligence Center, Search, and My Site Host, and as well as Fast Search. So you can find out that Enterprise tab contains most SharePoint Server templates. Application templates are the custom templates which are you have installed by yourself. This is basically a Fantastic 40 template that I install on this machine for some testing purpose. Again, there are two other types of templates that SharePoint Server provides you. It's called Publishing Portal and Enterprise Wiki. Uh, the use of Publishing Portal and Enterprise Wiki is at the places where you want to create an internet-based site. If you are creating mostly an intranet-based site, the starter point will be the team site or a blank site. But if you are creating an internet site, the best thing to do is to create a publishing portal. And you can also use Wiki, Enterprise Wiki there. The difference between a publishing portal and Enterprise Wiki is that if you the publishing portal has a complete workflow at every place. If you create a if you create a page, it will automatically start a workflow. But on the wiki side, it's quick because during the development you don't want to go through all the workflows. So when you create a page, it simply allows you to publish the page without running the workflow. So at some places you can use wiki for development purpose, but on the production level you can start creating the publishing portal. So these are the different templates. Again, just to tell you the difference between the different site templates in SharePoint Foundation and Server is that when you create site based on SharePoint Foundation, the only difference is if you have SharePoint Server installed, you can go and enable those features on the same site. Then all the SharePoint Server features will be enabled on the team site as well. And as well as when you go to publishing site, those features that are in a team site are disabled or inactive. So if you want, you can go and enable them and start using them in that site as well. So let's quickly go through, and we've created the team site in the last demo. So let's go ahead and create a publishing portal for now. So let's go ahead and enter the titles. So let's say site, let's say company website, and let's choose something like company website. But from here I got a new idea that the next demo will be about creating managed paths, so how we can use the sites and the company stuff. So I'll just explain to you right after this demo. So I'll click administrator, I can enter primary and secondary, and I will click OK. So what will happen now that it will create a site. So just to give you a quick heads up of how the sites appear, this is done through managed paths, and in the next demo I will share with you how you can use managed path properly in your environment. So now you can see that our site collection has been created. So let's go ahead and see the difference between both team site and publishing site. So you see here, this is our publishing portal. So here is our team site. You can see the look and feel here. The master page is quite different. It's SharePoint default v4.master, and here you can see a different master page, nights and day master. So the functionality you will see in the site action might differ. You will see certain options does not appear in here. That's why, because it's some features are not enabled. So let's quickly go ahead and I show you how this feature thing works. So to demonstrate to you first, let's go click on view all site content, and you see here I'm going to create a new click on create. So when I click on create, you will find that I have lots of options available, especially in the list section. You see I can create announcement, calendar, contacts, and blah blah blah. There are so many things. So how it happens that these lists are part of a feature called SharePoint Team Collaboration List. So I can go to site features, which is under site setting, manage site actions, and manage site features. You will find a feature there called SharePoint Team Collaboration Lists. So you can see here this Team Collaboration List feature is activated. So if I click on deactivate and click deactivate this feature to confirm, and go back to the create more options, or I can do the same thing, you will find that when I go to list, now have very few options available. So this is a very quick demonstration of how the feature works. So if you deactivate a feature, you will lose some functionality. You activate a feature, you will get this functionality. So let's go back to this page again and enable the team collaboration lists and click on more options again, and you'll find that announcement list is back with all other options. So that was a quick demo of how this feature is worked. But here, if you see, come here to the publishing portal, you will find, if I go to manage site features, you will find lots of the features are not enabled. Even the team collaboration list feature is deactivated. So that was a very quick demo of how the difference between SharePoint Foundation sites and SharePoint Server site templates. So I hope you liked it. Thank you very much.